Hello everybody, this is iYellAtPuppys bringing you another fantastic gameplay commentary. This time we're playing Search and Destroy Modern Warfare 2. Yes, a blast from the past, as people may say. As regarding my second intro, that's the Souls Nation intro. There's a community zombie channel, anything zombies, go check them out. I upload, I don't want to say frequently, but I do upload. My videos are up there. I do a lot of solo zombie comps and shit like that. We play a lot of zombies. It's a zombie channel, but we play a lot of Call of Duty zombies. You know, the custom maps on World at War, some Nazi zombie army here and there, some Killing Floor, which I did some Killing Floor there, but whatever. Going to the point, popularity contests. Yes, you guys may wonder why I titled this video and maybe wondering what the hell is a popularity contest. But a lot of older individuals that actually went through high school already know what it is. But to get to the story, I was sitting at lunch. Well, I wasn't sitting at lunch, but I walked out, went to my table, you know, just sat at lunch, and I noticed all these kids setting up chairs and set up a little easy up tent gazebo shit. A little podium, got some speakers, you know, started playing some music, this and that. I was literally, let's say, about 6 meters away from this whole ordeal. I really don't like, I don't want to say like music, but I don't like people playing music loudly and not really caring about if anybody else likes the music or whatever. But alright, whatever, we'll get along with the whole story. I just put on my iPod, put in my headphones, and I was just listening to the shit. And I noticed a lot of kids setting up the chairs. They set up the chairs, and they were like, oh yay, the chairs. Woo, let's all go sit down. And I noticed all the ASB kids, the underclass ASB kids, started sitting down there and this and that. And to add to the fact, it was 140 degrees. It was 12 o'clock in the afternoon. I mean, it was lunchtime, people. It was 12 o'clock in the afternoon in 104-degree weather. The sun was blaring hot, and people were just standing there. Well, not standing there, but sitting in the sun. Now, I as I said before, they set up an easy up crap, but they only set that up where the podium is and when people walk up to speak. And when people walked up to speak, they started talking about class elections, this and that, vote for me, blah, blah, blah. And each one took their turn at the microphone and started talking. And they were saying what they would do, what they would do differently, and this and that. I'm like, well, do they really do anything? I turned to my friends like, what's this? Do they really do anything? Has this been going on all year? And they told me, yeah, this does happen all year, you know. It's class elections. Just vote for your president and move on now. Have a good life. Right now, at the moment, I'm a senior and I'm graduating in like about 2 weeks, and I really don't know who my class president is at the moment. I'm pretty sure he or she will speak at graduation, but if not, then, I mean, there's no point in class presidents, and all it is a popularity contest. Now, I kind of got to the point a little fast there, but seriously, what do these people accomplish winning Secretary of State for the school? Do they go and talk negotiations with other schools and shit? No, not really. Not at all. I'm serious. I mean, why is that happening? That's nothing to do. I understand if you had nothing better to do and just kind of like to shake things up a bit mid-year. But the reality is, like, can it wait? Can't these kids not sit in the sun at like 12 o'clock? I mean, can't this wait? Can't this be another time? Can't you guys just do this when I graduate? Honestly, I really don't care about this popularity contest crap. It's one thing to hand out slips in class and be like, oh, vote for your class president, this and that, and there's usually a girl or a guy that makes a big deal about their friend that's running for secretary or historian or some shit like that. That it's always like blaring at the top of his or her lungs at, you know, mountaintops and shit, like vote for Pedro or vote for Candace or vote for fucking Kendall or anything. Vote for them. The reality is, I could really care less about these people, and I usually just give my little vote slip to them and they could vote twice. Yay. But this year, I guess they're making the elections online, and I bet you, I shit you not, these things are going to be all over fucking Facebook. All over Facebook. I do go on Facebook, not quite often. I don't get any messages like whatsoever. I'm not I didn't run in the popularity contest because I already know I'm not gonna win. But I don't really go on Facebook much. I do go on Facebook to see what's up, but 90% of the time, 95% of the time at that, I'm adding an extra 5%, I do not get a message or anything at all. Now, the only thing, back to the popularity contest in this, the only thing these kids actually win is to get a chance to be in the yearbook class. Yes, they all want to be in the yearbook class. They really do. And the yearbook class is held by some hipster teacher with some crazy ass hair that relatively is a douche. I had this teacher. I wasn't in yearbook. I'm gonna tell you guys that right now. I was never in yearbook. I really cared less about yearbook. I'm not even buying a yearbook, and I'm a senior. I don't want to think about these kids anymore. But yearbook. I had this teacher, and the teacher was an English teacher. I had him as a sophomore, and he would go on rants and rants about how much Microsoft sucked and how Apple was better, this and that. And one day, I just snapped from finally just listening to his ass. And I asked him, have you ever created an operating system? And then he's just like, no. And well, then shut the fuck up. I didn't tell him shut the fuck up, but I'm like, oh, well, okay, then I just wanted to know. He's like, well, I'm entitled to my own opinion. Well, I don't want to hear your opinion. Keep your opinions to yourself. Well, that's my opinion. I'm slowly becoming into a hypocrite. I realize that. But I didn't even tell him that. All I told him was, have you even created an operating system? And he's just like, well, I have my own opinion. And then, yeah, that little douche with some funky-ass hipster hair and shit. I don't know. I never liked that teacher. But I still passed his class. And people bitch and moan and say that, oh, his class was hard. His class was hard. The reality is just do your work, people. You'll pass. You'll pass. Anywho, I digress. Yeah, I'm not real big on making commentaries for this. I'm not all teched out, or not teched out, but I'm not real experienced at making regular commentaries. So yeah, that's about it. Anywho, this was iYellAtPuppys playing Modern Warfare 2 with a few buddies of his. Go check out Souls Nation. There's gonna be a link on screen right about now. And thank you. Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't realize that the video is actually 9 minutes long and I only recorded 7. But anyway, this is the last round, and it actually gets pretty intense, so you guys should actually just stick around and watch. And then go check out Souls Nation, of course. Alright, thank you, goodbye.
Crap. He's right by B.
Above you. Got a heartbeat sensor. Black eye. Cold-blooded. Above me though.
Time's almost up.
The bomb has been planted.
Hey, sorry for you. That guy is obviously not.
Your work is appreciated. Well done.